The summer of 2018 held a sinister secret in the heartland of America. Brooklyn, Iowa, a town where life moved at a slower pace, would become forever etched in the annals of true crime.
A student at the University of Iowa, Mollie was known for her infectious laughter and her dedication to her studies. She was the girl next door, the daughter everyone wished they had.
But on July 18, 2018, Mollie vanished while on her usual evening jog, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a community in shock. Mollie's disappearance sent ripples of fear and uncertainty through the tight-knit community. Neighbors who knew each other by name and left their doors unlocked were suddenly confronted with the unthinkable. The tranquility of their small town was shattered, replaced by the harsh glare of media scrutiny as the search for Mollie Tibbetts became a national headline. Days turned into weeks as the search for Mollie Tibbetts intensified. Law enforcement agencies from across the state descended upon Brooklyn, Iowa, their presence a constant reminder of the tragedy that had befallen the town.
Volunteers, their faces etched with worry, joined the search parties, combing cornfields and rural roads, desperate for any sign of the missing young woman. Flyers bearing Mollie's smiling face were posted on every available surface, a heartbreaking plea for her safe return. Candlelight vigils were held, the flickering flames a symbol of hope in the darkness.
The community refused to give up, their determination fueled by a shared sense of responsibility and a deep empathy for Mollie's family, whose pain was palpable. A month after Mollie Tibbetts disappeared, the hope that had sustained her loved ones and the community began to dwindle. On August 21, 2018, the grim discovery of her body in a cornfield just a short distance from her hometown confirmed their worst fears. Mollie's life, so full of promise, had been brutally cut short.
The news of Mollie's death sent shockwaves across the nation. The young woman who had captured the hearts of so many was gone, leaving behind an unfathomable void.
The investigation, which had initially focused on finding a missing person, now shifted to finding her killer. Law enforcement officials worked tirelessly, determined to bring Mollie's murderer to justice and provide some semblance of closure to her grieving family and community. The investigation into Mollie Tibbetts' murder led authorities to Bahena Rivera, a farm worker who had been living in the area illegally. His arrest ignited a firestorm of controversy, dividing the nation along political lines. The trial, which took place in 2021, was closely watched, every detail scrutinized by a public hungry for answers.
The prosecution presented evidence linking Bahena Rivera to the crime scene, including DNA evidence and surveillance footage. They argued that Bahena Rivera had abducted Mollie while she was jogging, killed her, and then concealed her body in the cornfield. The defense, however, maintained Bahena Rivera's innocence, claiming that his confession had been coerced and that there was reasonable doubt about his guilt.
The trial captivated the nation as everyone awaited the verdict that would determine the fate of the accused and hopefully bring some closure to a heartbroken community. Section 5. A nation divided, immigration takes center stage. The Mollie Tibbetts murder case became a flashpoint in the national debate over immigration.
Anti-illegal immigration advocates seized on the case, using it to bolster their arguments for stricter border control and harsher penalties for those who enter the country illegally. They pointed to Bahena Rivera's immigration status as proof that the system was broken and that innocent lives were being lost as a result.
On the other side of the debate, immigrant rights groups and their allies condemned the attempts to politicize Mollie's death. They argued that focusing on Bahena Rivera's immigration status distracted from the larger issue of violence against women and the need for comprehensive criminal justice reform. They urged the public to remember Mollie as a victim, not a pawn in a political game. Section 6. The Tibbetts Family. A call for unity and remembrance. Throughout the ordeal, Mollie's family displayed remarkable strength and resilience.
They channeled their grief into advocating for justice for their daughter and urging the public to remember her for the vibrant young woman she was, not for how she died or the political firestorm that erupted in the wake of her murder.
In a powerful statement, Mollie's father, Rob Tibbetts, condemned those who sought to exploit his daughter's death for political gain. He called for unity and compassion, urging people to remember Mollie's kindness and her belief in the inherent goodness of humanity. His words served as a poignant reminder that beyond the headlines and the political posturing, there was a family shattered by loss, a family determined to honor their daughter's memory by spreading a message of love and understanding. Section 7. Justice for Mollie, the verdict and its aftermath. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury reached a verdict in the trial of Christian Bahena Rivera. They found him guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Mollie Tibbetts. The verdict brought a sense of closure to Mollie's family and to the community that had rallied around them, but it did little to ease the pain of their loss. Bahena Rivera was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, the mandatory sentence for his crime. While the verdict and sentencing brought a sense of justice, it could not bring back Mollie. Her absence would forever be felt, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring impact of violence. Section 8. Life After Loss. Honoring Mollie's memory. In the aftermath of the trial, Mollie Tibbetts' family and friends focused on honoring her memory and keeping her spirit alive. They established the Mollie Tibbetts Memorial Fund, a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting causes that were important to Mollie, such as mental health awareness, education, and victim advocacy.
The fund provides scholarships to students pursuing careers in helping professions and supports organizations that work to prevent violence against women. Through our efforts, we are ensuring that Mollie's legacy lives on, inspiring others to make a positive difference in the world.
Section 9. A broader conversation. Safety, justice, and reform. The tragic death of Mollie Tibbetts sparked a broader conversation about public safety, justice, and the need for reform. It highlighted the vulnerabilities that exist in even the safest of communities and the importance of vigilance and personal safety measures. The case also brought to the forefront the complex issue of immigration and its intersection with crime. It underscored the need for comprehensive immigration reform that addresses both border security and the millions of undocumented immigrants living in the shadows, while also acknowledging the contributions of immigrants to American society. Section 10. The Lingering Shadow. Mollie's case in the public eye. The case of Mollie Tibbetts continues to resonate with the public, serving as a stark reminder of the human cost of violence and the importance of seeking justice for victims. Her story has been featured in documentaries, podcasts, and news articles, ensuring that her memory lives on and that the issues her case raised remain at the forefront of public discourse. The ongoing attention to Mollie's case reflects the public's fascination with true crime stories, but it also speaks to a deeper desire for understanding and a need to find meaning in the face of senseless tragedy. Mollie's story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the most idyllic of settings, darkness can lurk, and that evil can strike when least expected. Section 11. Conclusion. Reflections on a tragedy. The murder of Mollie Tibbetts was a tragedy that shook a nation. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the randomness of violence, and the enduring power of hope and resilience in the face of unimaginable loss. Mollie's story is a testament to the human spirit, both in its capacity for darkness and in its ability to find light, even in the darkest of times. As we remember Mollie Tibbetts, let us honor her memory by striving to create a world where such tragedies are less likely to occur. A world where communities are safe, where justice is served, and where the light of hope shines brightly, even in the face of profound loss. If you found this video meaningful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that matter. Your support helps us continue to share important narratives. Thank you for watching.